I am in London, actually in West London today at the Metropolis studio with Fudge and the Frequency. How are you doing?
I'm great, Francesca. How are you?
I'm really well, thank you.
Good to see you.
Thank you. So, Fudge, talk to me about you, Fudge and the Frequency. Who are you?
So, I'm Fudge.
Okay.
My name is Fudge Jarshay, and Fudge and the Frequency is a project which I run, which comprises of 10 musicians and a production team. And yeah, so yeah, that's who we are. I'm Fudge, and the Frequency is pretty much it will always be misconceived as a band,
Right.
but it's not quite that. It's a conceptual movement. So the Frequency is you right now,
Yes.
and Empire Magazine. All the people that support us, that come and follow us every time we perform live, every time we release a record or something. Everybody always follows us and supports us. All those people are adding to the Frequency, and they're very important. So I didn't want to come out as just another artist who's kind of thinking about me. I wanted to kind of get the audience involved.
Yeah.
So
It's a very good concept. It's very powerful, and I like that.
yeah, and I haven't actually started anything yet.
Right.
I'm not even at 1%.
So we're at 0.5%.
We're about 0.5.
Okay, so today we're going to push it to 0.6%.
Okay, we can do that. We can do that.
So I'm really intrigued, and I want to know a little bit more about your beginning in music. How you as Fudge have started in music.
That's interesting. I come from a musical background. With my father and all his brothers, they used to play music.
Right.
And they were musicians. But my dad never pushed me into music. So I kind of organically fell into it. So there was no push from my dad, at all. I don't know, I just kind of, sometimes things find you. You find yourself in a position in life where you have to make a decision and you want to dedicate time to it. I loved football. I used to play football a lot.
All right.
Yeah, I used to love football. But I figured I don't think I'm quite going to get to the top. So I got into music out of the sheer love of it. And I made a decision that I'm going to get to the top. And yeah, I'm still working on it, but we're on our way.
All right. My next question is, you sound really cool and relaxed at the moment, but as you said, you're extremely ambitious. You know where you're going to get, and you have a clear vision of the music you want to make. Tell me a little bit more about it.
So the music, well, first and foremost, I want to create a project which is going to make an impact on people's lives. So I don't want to make another, I don't want to become another artist. You just come and pay to watch, sing along to their songs, and go home humming the words, and then you get on with your life again. I wanted to make something that can maybe, I don't know, inspire people in some way, or whether you're a musician or whether you're just in your normal workday life, And for sure, I love upbeat music, and I like to make people feel good and dance. So you come into a world of escapism. So my roots are funk.
Right.
They're funk music. I love funk. It resonates with me. It makes my blood boil. It does something to me that no other genre does. The only problem I had was trying to make funk sound more current to what's happening today, rather than sounding in the 70s where it was really mainstream and popular. So that's been the challenge for me, to try and make it current for today's 14-year-olds and today's, but that's taken a little while, but I think I've managed to shape the sound and create futuristic funk,
Absolutely. And if you have to mention a name of the artist you fall in love a while ago, what would you say is your main reason for making music?
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that's what happens.
Yeah, I'm just we've got rehearsals.
No worries.
Someone's calling me. If I had to mention an artist,
That's the one you really fall in love with, and
From the past, you mean? Yeah. Yeah. So it's difficult to say. There's so many great artists. I think.
First one that comes to your mind?
Stevie Wonder, Prince, Sting, Michael Jackson. But then, I don't know. There's so many. I don't know. Everybody's got special qualities. The thing with music is if it's good music, and it's recorded well, so your auditory ears can appreciate it, then it just does something to you, doesn't it? I mean, everybody's got different tastes, and music's subjective for sure. But for me, it doesn't matter what genre it is. I don't like to box music anyway. But
definitely. And not everybody knows that you have recently refused approaches from the X Factor UK and The Voice.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit more about it, because it's such a unique choice.
Well, that was a little while ago. I think it was just last year. But yeah, well, I don't know. For me, I've been building up this project for a long time. And those shows, like X Factor and The Voice, are great for singers. So if you're a singer and you want to get out of a mundane lifestyle and you work in at whatever, then great, go for it. You've been blessed with a voice and you should do it. Whereas I'm an artist, so like this is my lifestyle. So I had to refuse that opportunity because it would have got me to a certain extent in my career, and then I believe that I would have hit a cul-de-sac and it would have been damaging. But I said thank you, but no thank you.
All right. Talking about your music, Fudge, you have released 2 EP.
Yeah.
In 2013, you had your first one called Futuristic Funk.
Yeah.
And 2014, so last year, Wake the Funk Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Tell me more about the 2 projects and the evolution from then 2013 towards 2014.
So yeah, Futuristic Funk was the introduction to the world, to say, hey, we're gonna give you this sound, but very lightly.
Right.
We didn't want to come in too strong. So the logo is almost like my face from a side profile, and I'm walking into the future. So you're kind of going into the matrix of funk, and a lot of work, a lot of heart and soul went into that. Especially Footprints on the Moon, which is the second song, I think. Like took me 11 months to make, just for that song, and not 11 months here and there. It was like every day. Solid. So it's a lot of time to spend on one song, to be honest. But I don't regret it, because it taught me a lot about the sound I was trying to create. And yeah, it's just a nice CD. You know, it's you could play it and enjoy it. It's in the car or in the kitchen or whatever.
Did you write all the songs?
Yes, and also with my co-writer, who I always work with because I trust him, Gus Miller. He's brilliant. And also the engineer was a guy called Brett Greenwood, who I work with for over 10 years now. Right. And yeah, a good team, you know, just the 3 of us. We used to get in and really bounce off each other. And if something sounded good, you press record. If it doesn't sound good, you delete.
So 2014, second EP.
2014, Wake the Funk Up. If you see the logo, now we're in the future. now we're animated, and yeah. Now we're where we need to be, and this one's a lot more hard hitting, I would say. We didn't hold back. We just and again, a lot of time and effort went into it, and it was mastered here by a guy called Mazen Murad, who's an incredible mastering engineer. I'm very lucky to get his support, and yeah, I'm proud of those 2 EPs.
As you should be.
But the best is yet to come.
Absolutely.
And I'm always writing, so we're nowhere near 1%. No, 1%? 0.6.
We said 0.6.
0.6.
But talking about your live, I saw you live a couple of months ago in a beautiful venue in London called Under the Bridge.
Great venue.
Oh, great venue. And,
great sound.
Great sound and just fantastic.
Yeah, very good.
And you guys were incredible. That's
Thank
the
you.
word I'm going to use. But the other word I want to use is the energy level was so high that the whole crowd felt part of it and embraced everything.
And that's the frequency, right?
That's the frequency.
So this is what I'm trying to build. It's funny that there's so much energy when I'm on stage, because when I'm off stage, I'm so lazy.
But that's what I'm saying. Don't get it twisted. You're not chill now. But once you go on stage, Fudge just transforms.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
And you are extremely charismatic. You know you have that kick. You have the element in you that, for me, makes the artist an artist. So, are you planning any live show at some point this year?
Definitely.
Right.
We've got one in a few weeks. In Soho at the Hospital Club, which is a lovely venue.
Oh,
actually.
I like that.
I think we're just booking it all the way through. I'm not sure, but I just keep releasing information on our social media, your Facebooks, your Twitters,
Everything.
yeah, you know.
You kind of mentioned it earlier, but I still want to ask you a little bit more about it. What's the message or the concept that you want to pass to people that are going to listen to your music? You said feeling good and change their life.
I kind of like, my experience of music has been, it completely transformed my life.
Right.
I was around a lot of people growing up that didn't have much ambition, let's say. But sometimes, because of their surroundings and our surroundings at the time, you feel that way. But just by changing the way I was thinking at the time, I managed to create what I did now, which is, looking back, you can connect the dots now, going back, but from there, so, you know, I just want to, through the music, it would be cool for people to listen to it and feel inspired to be whoever the hell they want to be. So if you want to be that person, then start to act like that person, drink like that person, eat like that person, sleep at the right times that person would be. Dedicate the time you need to, you know, it depends, you know, if you want to be a footballer, you know that you have to eat right, you know that you have to train right, you know that you can't go out at certain times, you know. So it would be nice for people to listen to the music and feel some kind of liberation.
Yeah.
Not everybody needs it. Some people are in great places, but there's also a massive amount of people that haven't quite seen their potential. And if I haven't seen my potential, like I told you, I'm still not even on 1%. But if I never had that little switch, so my music, I want to use that for that, you know.
That's wicked. Another couple of questions. You
Yeah,
have
sure.
recently released your new single.
Yes.
And tell me more about it, the concept behind it, everything.
Honestly, I'll tell you. So this song is my safety card
Right.
to trying to get some radio airplay.
Right. So how's the song called?
The song's called 24 Hours, No
Okay.
Sleep. And I studied culture, what people are playing right now on the radio, and I said, I'm going to make one of those, and I want to get my music played on the radio, on mainstream radio. So that's what we've done. We've been pushing it out to the DJs, been getting some really good responses. I'm really proud of the song, of course.
Should, because it's a wicked track.
I like the song. It's very current with culture of what's happening now, but still not fudging the frequency, but it will be.
Yeah.
It's the like stepping stone.
And then
Once I was told by a wise man once, he said to me, to get in the fishbowl, you must be a fish.
right.
You cannot be a piranha and think you can get in a fishbowl. He said, your music is too good. And I hated him for that, which is the weirdest thing to hear. But several artists have done that. If there's any artists watching this, it's good piece of advice. Sometimes collaborating with people, like, for example, most recently, Sam Smith with Disclosure.
Yeah.
I mean, you hear his album, it's fantastic. If he was to release any of those songs from the album first, it wouldn't have gone on radio.
I agree on that.
So there was a strategy in place, and this is the way you have to be, you have to think in today's world. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. 24 hours, no sleep. and we've done dance videos as well. Did I tell you?
No.
Have you seen them?
No.
So we invited dancers for 1 day shoot to come and dance to the music, and they're not allowed to hear it. So they walk in, and we film them first take to the song, and they have to freestyle. And they've never heard the song before, so you just see the natural reaction from music to body.
Actually, a bit of a secret. You have done something similar on the day of the gig when you and I met for the first time.
Yes.
When you played a song during the live show.
Yeah.
There were some dancers.
Well, let's not give it away. Let's not give it away.
Okay.
You have to come to the live show.
Come on. Let's give away about the future then. What's happening in the near future for Fudge and the Frequency?
Well, I would be a billionaire if I knew that question. But I just... the idea is to spread the frequency. The more people get involved, the more people tell other people about it and the experience that they had, the bigger it's going to get. The bigger the shows are going to get, the bigger the experiences are going to get. And the more lives that can change from it. So in the near future, we've got 24 hours out. Hopefully we'll get a bit more radio interest. I'm recording some new material right now in a beautiful studio, and really excited about that. I've got a song called Making History, watch out for that. And I'm planning to make history with that song. Working with great team, great musicians, and we'll see where it goes. I don't know exactly.
Well, we will be following you.
And thank you, and I appreciate you guys following.
So today, myself and Empire Radio Magazine, we are officially a frequency.
You're a freak.
That
FREQ.
Okay. I'm proud to be a freak today.
Oh, we're proud to have you.
Thank
you, Francesca.
So, Fudge, thank you for everything.
My pleasure.
I wish you very good luck for all your future projects, and never too old to dance. I'm just going to say that.
Okay, yeah. Never too old to dance. Did you want me to talk about it?
Of course.
Okay, sorry, yeah.
Because I forgot, but it's such a great tune that I wanted to talk about.
We actually made a video to that, which I've taken offline, but I'm putting it back online soon.
Yes.
So, with your help, maybe we can get the views up, because it's going to be back to zero. But,
absolutely.
But the idea of that song was to never give up.
Yeah.
It's a motto that I stand by, never too old to dance, because age can be a big restriction sometimes, and even if you're young, age can be a massive restriction. And sometimes if you're young and you've got the knowledge, you should just go for it. You'll be surprised how far you can go. Yes, you might be naive, but you might learn things along the way. And if you're old, also, doesn't mean you can't try things out, or if you're in a bad situation. So yeah, the whole song is just about never giving up. There's always a solution. You might have to slightly go out of the way you want it to go. And yeah, I love that song. And it's the one that I feel people most react to.
Yeah. It was beautiful. That day was beautiful. So this is why I want to end up saying, you're never too old to dance.
Never too old to dance.
Thank you, Fudge.
Empire Radio.
Magazine. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's it.
Fudge and the Frequency. Shout out to Francesca and Empire Radio Magazine. Remember, think global, not local.
Log on to EmpireRadioMagazine.com for the latest news in arts, culture, and entertainment. Empire Radio Magazine. Think global, not local.